Good afternoon. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. Please remember to subscribe and like. So I did a few changes. I got my grow light growing in here. I've learned that you can't use the light on Europa, which I kind of figured. But I did put a station battery, or not, yeah, I guess it is a station battery up here. And added some more wind turbines. I got two transformers here to make sure I could get rid of that cable there. To make sure that I only get 4,900 watts, I guess it is. So today, we're mainly going to work on using my furnace air, which I think I have quite a bit in here. Oops. I did a bunch of mining too, of course. 9 megapascals. So there's a lot of furnace in there, air in there that I can use. I think I've made everything I need. I might need to make more pipes because I didn't make a ton of those. But I got tanks here, so I guess I'll put the tanks here. I left some room here for expansion. Oh, I hate the way these rotate. There we go. You know what, actually, that's better. I'll put them there. There's one. I'm going to need two for what I have in mind. And guess what? I got to rotate it around again. One more time, maybe. There we go. And we'll put that one over there. So there's my two tanks. And now, like I said, I think I made everything I need over here, but no guarantees. I have two atmospherics because I'm going to put them right here. Need filters. And this one would be better that way. Yeah. Try to line this up the way I want. Maybe there. And the other ones go filter. I don't want to go too far, but I don't want to be too close where I have to cram pipes kind of goofily. Goofily? Is that a word? I guess right there. Yeah. Alright. So there's two filters. I need my pipes. I need these. So let's build these up first. That should be all of those I need. I have a bunch of cables because I replaced all the light cables up there with heavy ones. Why did I pull that down? I probably need a screwdriver, don't I? I knew that. There we go. Alright. So I won't need these pipes anymore because I don't want to use any more of those outside here. I could put these in. I'll put one up there. I could actually make one more of one, but... So this one will take the nitrogen... like this one do CO2, and this one will take the nitrogen and the oxygen waste, and we'll put that in there. And then I got to bring let's see, input. So we got to put the input into this one. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need more pipes, unfortunately. I only made one stack of them. And that wire is going to probably be in the way. Unless I go up here maybe. And over. And we might be okay. Yep. And we'll merge this into here. Actually, I can't do that. Yeah. I have to go back here. So that's even going to use more pipes. Oh, good lord. The last one that I get to. I could scroll through every one of them. Okay, so we got that input. Now we want to take the unfiltered. And we can run that straight by here, I believe. Into the... I don't have a whole ton of... Although I can quickly fill that up now. Okay, so that was the input. Alright, so I know I have... I know I'm going to need more pipes. Oh good, everything's in here. Let's make more pipes. Insulated. We got enough 441, that should be plenty. So, let's put that up there for now. Somewhere, there we go. I gotta pick these up or else they go flying. So, this waste, this unfiltered can just get released. And that filtered, once I get more pipes, and they are going flying around, I should make a stacker, put it there. I haven't done that yet. I did upgrade also my, put all the mods on everything but the toolkit. That's enough for now. Alright, so then the filtered, the CO2 will go into this tank. And hopefully that leaves me enough room to run the other one. So that part's hooked up. This is filtered. And this will go... I just want to keep these separate so I have a little bit more manageableness? Ability to manage. So that's covered, that's covered. Whoop! All the inputs are done. Yeah, because I'm using frozen oxygen and I can only put 1500 or 1400 in here before it starts icing up on me. So I have to change that up quite a bit. Turn that on. So that is the initial part. Now, let's hook these up and I can get this started here. Now, I don't know if you noticed, this air is very warm. 517 C. So, I'm going to have to set things up inside a little bit with some programming and a few other things before I can just release it in there. What I'll do is I'll release it slowly. I did this on my moon base, which is just my moon base for fun. And I did something similar to this. It won't be exactly the same because obviously things are a little different on the moon than they are here. And unfortunately I gotta run this. Don't know if I'll need the data. I probably won't, but I'm gonna hook it up anyway. Eventually I may want to upgrade it to do some more controlling, like if there's nothing to filter, turn them off so I don't have to monitor it. Half a dozen one, six the other. Well, I guess I'll just go across here. Alright, so now technically I can fire both of these up and they should... I gotta be careful because I have to be able to filter the output without this over pressurizing. And it's going down, so we're okay. But this should be CO2, and it is. And that should be nitrogen and oxygen, and everything else is going into the atmosphere. I could save the pollutant. I can always do that later. And we need more of those. Now, what do I want to do after this? So I want to bring this closer because I want to control some of these from inside. So this is going to waste some pipes. But, whoa, criminy. I really need a stacker here. Well, I gotta put that in timeout while I do some work here. But I'm planning on maybe expanding this, so I left myself some extra room. But I'm going to just run these pipes over here for now. And get them closer to the entrance so I can do some stuff there. And of course, like I said, I'm going to waste a lot of pipes. But it'll make sense once I get down to this way a little bit. But I want to run both of these. And a lot of running them back for them.
Hydration critical.
And of course my hydration is critical. I did pretty good so far in the planning. That's everything I need to make the 2 filters. And okay, so now while that's printing out, I'm going to run over here and get a regulator and the mixer. And pick up some pipes. Probably won't need a whole ton more. Let's just make 10 and see where that gets me. Alright, so now let's put the regulator here, the other way. I may have to back that up just a little bit. I could put it there, but then it's in the wall. I'd rather not do that. If I have to back these up one, I'll do that. And yeah, I'm gonna have to because otherwise I won't have room for the mixer. So we'll back that both up one. And we'll put a pipe here. Put the mixer that way. Not that way. Wrong way. I may have put that on, I may have to move that. Because in order to get it over here, that pipe is there. Oops, that's not right though. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we'll put that there. And like I said, best laid plans. This needs to go here. This needs to go there. And then we'll put this into input 2. And then we'll put, it's going to be behind the computer, so I'm going to have to go like this. And we'll put that up there. And then we'll put this. I gotta do it from the inside, don't I? Alright, then I gotta get some power over here, which I can, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have cables everywhere until I organize this. Oh no, that's incorrect. I want these to be controlled from the inside. So I can program them in there and get them to work data-wise with everything in here. So technically, I can just hook this up to here. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. And then we'll set this, back it down, set it to 100. So once this pressurizes, it'll only go to 100. I got cable. I'll clean those up later. I can turn that off, save some power. How's this going over here? Down a couple megapascals already. When you get to these size tanks, you have to look at moles. Not a ton. But I'll be making... Well, I gotta kill them all. CO2, that's good. Alright, so now, what's next? Well, I need to go inside. That'll work out pretty well. Is this staying relatively charged? Yeah, okay. The filter's gonna burn some of that, so that's why I added more. And I haven't upgraded this yet. So much stuff going on that it takes me forever to upgrade my yeah, I hear you. Let me dump some air here and take care of some maintenance. Switch my air tank out.
Hunger caution.
Everything's going haywire at once. The temperature is actually, with these windows and what's running in here, is the temperature is actually going up slowly. I haven't had to use a heater. I got it to 20 and it's now up to 24. So with the windows and the sun that's coming in, it's actually, plus the stuff that's running, it's actually using some of the air, or warming the air up. I do have potatoes now, which I hesitate to use because they only give you level 2. I can't put it in there anymore, can I? Only give you level 2 food, so now that's the last time I'll be drinking 120 something. So I'll be eating more often. I could keep eating those, but thriving, everything is thriving. I did hook the grow light up. I could show you that program real quick. It's pretty similar to the other ones I did. It's different for every planet. Basically, you have to figure out, to keep things thriving, what to set that number to. But everything else is the same. You take the solar angle and you play with the when to turn the grow light on and off by changing that, just to keep everything thriving. And 80 seems to work pretty well here. I haven't had any issues so far. Now, that's hooked up in there. I did have I have to go back out. Oh! I can put this on here while I'm thinking of it. I think this is... No, I need one for output eventually. So that is right here. Hopefully that shows up in the inside. It does. And that's going to take a little bit of my air out of the room, but that's alright. No big deal. And I need to do an output, which is going to have to go all the way back out. What a pain in the neck. But I'll put that up here. Once I get to 100, I want to set the inside to 95 so it recirculates the air. Alright, so I got that part done. I saved the good air. And I just blew my potato off the table. I heard it. I heard it go splat. It's back there somewhere. With the force of the air, blew the crazy thing right off the table. Alright, so I think I have a housing. I do. And an IC chip and a sensor, and replace my cables. Well, almost replace my cables. So I did print an extra regulator for some reason. Oh, that's going to be my back. I'll bring that inside. That's going to be my back pressure regulator in the future. I probably won't do that in this episode because it's going to take a while for this to pressurize. And I am going to have to set up an air conditioner in here, which I haven't done yet. We're good to go. And we'll take this back off just because I can. Alright, so let's put this here, because that's my wrong one. Put that there, because that's my programming one. Where do I want to put the controller? You know what? Here's a good spot. Every time I do this, oops, wrong one. Every time I do this, I'm like, man, I love these one-sided ones. That's not going to be used right now, but I'll connect it just to make myself more confused when I try and decide which one to program. We'll put that there. And I think I have my naming device, yes. So we'll name this IC housing inner air. That way I know what one it is. Put that back. Turn this on. Go to inner air. Yes, inner air edit. Okay, so what am I going to need here? I'm going to need the regular. Oh, did I make it? Yeah, I think I did. What should I do? I'm just going to call that regulator. This will be my sensor, which I didn't bring in, I don't think. I'm going to have to go back out for that. So I need the sensor, and that might be it for right now. I think that might be it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this, because this is going to be different. And we'll go up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load into R0. Oops. Yeah, load R0. And we're going to do sensor and temperature. And I misspelled it. There we go. And then say it greater than, dang it, I'm gonna have to go look up the Kelvin for this to make sure I get it right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not smart enough to remember those things, so we're going to do set greater than R0, 301 K, which is about 28 degrees. If it's greater than that, nope, sorry, less than, save regulator on R0. So what that's going to do is it's going to, if it's greater than 300 degrees, it's going to turn the regulator off so it stops feeding in air to the room, because I don't want the room to get too hot. So that's what I need that for. We're going to save that for now. And I'm going to put, because I thought, oh, here's the sensor. I did bring it. Never mind. I got the sensor. Can I fit it here? I don't think so. No. Can fit it there. As good a place as any. It's probably better to put it over this way further. How about right there? Yeah, that way it's not reading the temperature right at the input source. Alright, so there's the sensor. Now, got that in the sensor, regulator. I do need, and I think this is one thing I might have forgot to print. I thought I did. Maybe I'll find it out there. Let's leave this in here. I need the back pressure regulator eventually. Probably in the next episode. Save the good air in 3. Before it hollers at me. Walk this out. Alright. Analyzer. There it is. I did print it. But I need that out here. Right here. That is correct. And we put that into our monitor power. And I'm going to need that. That's good. Turn that on. There we go. Now I can go back inside and finish my programming. And then there's one more thing I have to do. before I can end this episode and have this all completed in here. So, what's the regulator for? This is just going to load into R0. I'm going to alias it first. Analyzer. I could put the other word, and I do usually. Analyzer. On, not on, pressure. Alright, so I'm checking the pressure of the pipe because I don't want to over-pressurize that pipe with the gas mixer, which I haven't aliased. Alias mixer D3. Oop, not D34. That would be nice. Okay, so load the analyzer pressure. Save less than, because I want it to turn on when it's at a higher pressure, R0, and we'll say 2000. Put 2 megapascals in there, and then save R0. Oop, that's not right. Save mixer on R0. Alright, so if it's at 2 megapascals in that little piece of pipe that I put the mixer on, it'll turn the mixer on and off so it doesn't overpressurize. Less than 2000. If it's less than 2000, it'll be true. It'll turn it on. If it's over 2000, it'll be false. It'll turn it off. Yes, that should be correct. Alright, so that's all the programming, I think. So let's export that. Did I do it to the right one? Nope. Dang it. I messed up my filter again. Oh, we're just going to turn that off. Now see, I had that set. I had that set to in your ear. You all saw me do it. Damn thing. Now I just screwed up my filter program. I'll fix it. I won't worry about that right now. And to make sure we're okay until the end of the episode, I'll take that off. It's a quick, easy program, so it's not a big deal. Alright, anyway, inner air, export. So now that should have, once I put the chip in it. Oh, I put it in the programming. Okay. So let's do programming. Export. Now that should have something on it. It does. Put that in there now. Turn it on. It says nope. Alright, so regulator. Should only be one regulator. Pressure regulator. Sensor. Should only be one gas sensor. Analyzer. Should only be one analyzer. Pipe analyzer. And mixer. There should only be one mixer. Now if I turn that on, the mixer should turn on briefly and then turn off. The regulator will also turn on and pump hot air into the room unless it's above the temperature of 20, I think it was 28, which it isn't. So this should turn on and the air should start coming in here. So I think I better check. It should be defaulted to 50-50, which is good to start with. I'll have to adjust that later. But, oh, there goes my potato. It's blowing all over the place. I need to make a refrigerator. So 50-50. So that's a good starting point. I would like to get more CO2 in there faster than anything else right now, so that's a good starting point. Eventually, I'll have to turn that down because running at long-term 50% CO2 is going to get the CO2 too high, but that'll work for now. So if I turn this on, pick my potato up, because it's rolling all over the place. I think I violated the 5-second rule there a little bit. Everything should turn on and some warm air should be thrown in here, probably somewhat briefly because it's 24/6 in here. They are on. Is there air coming in here? There is. Look at the temperature shoot up. But that's okay because once it gets to 28, it should shut off. And this is actually a good way to heat your base and bring CO2 into the air. Did it shut off? Not yet. 28. The regulator. Oh, strange. The regulator is now off. So I hope that the mixer is off. It is. So everything worked the way I intended. Yay. Now, what is going to happen because it's warming up in here? So now I have to come back out here. And this is going to be interesting. I need to use oxygen or else, yes, I need to use oxygen or else it'll freeze in the pipes. So that's something I have to keep in mind here. Yeah. So I got to keep this pipe as small as possible. Now for this one, I actually might want to use regular pipes. We'll have to see. But I need to make an atmospherics. At most. That'll take a little bit of time. Not too bad. I only need one. I have 2 pipes. I have cables. I need 1 because it's so dang cold out here. I'm only going to need 1 radiator. It's blue. Excellent. Even with the 2 filters running, those windmills are keeping up. I got 2 megapascals in here yet. Not a whole lot in there, but enough to start with. Got a lot of CO2, so that's good. And how's this pipe doing? Good. Oh, I only did 1. Okay, so I can turn this on. Nope, I need 1 radiator. I think I said regulator. I need a radiator. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm only going to use 1. Something else that I need a utility. Nope. Utility. Advance that. And a canister. Now I'm going to try this at this air pressure, which is not going to, I can add more once it warms up. That should be straight oxygen. And then I want to bring, I guess I'll put that here. I'm going to use insulated pipes as much as I can because I think this is going to get cooled down plenty fast. So this will be the waste air. I'm going to keep it as short as I can, because this is not going to be much pressure to work with here. So we're just going to do that. Put the utility on the end of this. Yep. Put the canister in there. Yep. Put 1 more. Do I need a regular pipe? No, I think I can put a radiator on. Oh, I wonder if it's going to be. Okay. I think I want to go over 1. and then put one there, which is going to lower my pressure, unfortunately. But I don't want the radiator touching anything. Oh. And then I'm going to put one radiator on here. Should probably wait. Although it shouldn't freeze, should it? Shouldn't. Shouldn't. Because it's already outside air temperature. Okay. So I got my atmosphere, correct? Correct. I have the pipes. Should be all I need. So let's go in here. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but... So that is the waste air. So here is my AC. Where is the waste air? Right there. So I can back that right up to there. Dang it, I need another. I knew there was going to be something I forgot. I thought I had. Oh, I put it up there. I need 2 more vents. You know, you try your... Boy, that's going to be a pain in the neck. How am I going to set this damn thing? Okay. That is not going to work. Well, I'll have to move this out one. Screwdriver? Andrew, of course. So maybe I'll move it to here, then I can get behind it. And here goes the pressure going down a little more. Because I just used up more. That should let me hit it. And I want to get this set up. I can always maneuver this a little bit. A little later. Alright. And we'll set this for 25. And to hold the C key down, 25. Alright, then I don't need data from this because this is just going to run itself. So, I think I had it. I did. Line. There. So now, once I get my tube, a little awkward, isn't it? That's okay. Semi-temporary, but it's going to be there for a little while. And I'm almost thirsty again. What happens on stationary difficulty? 2 passive vents. Vent. Passive. 1. And I'm almost out of iron again. Gee whiz. I did have a second storm, by the way. And I got it in just in time. I wanted to put my station battery in and use heavy cables to get to it because I wanted to take the full charge, not just the 5K, which I had set up before. And that's keeping me nice and charged. So this is working pretty. Now this AC is going to use more power. Not a ton, but enough to affect it. This is even going to make it more crowded. So now what that's going to do is it's just going to pull the air through, cool it off. And where's the start button? There it is. Alright, so that's good to go. Hit the start button. That's going to run. It should be very easily cooling the air down in here. Because this should stay relatively cool. Going up, I might actually... Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, that's going up pretty fast. Interesting. I didn't expect it to go up that fast. I'm going to have to put another vent on there. How are we running? Yeah, it's almost 100% efficiency. It's going down. I could put more radiators and more pipes on there because using straight oxygen, it's not going to freeze. It's up to 2 megapascals too. Yeah, I think I need another vent. That's what you got to do when you do these things. You got to experiment, see how it works, make adjustments as necessary. I said vent, I need vent radiator. We got to run up here. Slap at least one more radiator. That should do the trick.
Hydration critical.
Figures. I can understand why they want to do that, because it's harder. You know, you want to make stationaries harder, but good lord. You have to drink over and over and over, and it gets kind of old, but one of the hazards of playing at this level. Now that should double my cooling, obviously. Ooh, that would have been bad. What does this look like here now? There we go. So this should definitely be operating at 100%. Pressure went down, so the pressure's not operating at 100%. A megapascal in there, that's still pretty good. So, there we go. This is cooled it off so much that the air is still coming in, as you can see, and it's keeping the air down. Now, the problem with this is, well, no, because I got the regulator set for 100. So this will never get over 100. It'll just stop releasing air. So if the pressure in here gets to 100, everything out here will shut off. Well, no, the regulator will stay on, but that'll shut off because it won't be using any air, so that won't overpressurize. This will shut off because this is set for 25. Once it gets to 25, it'll stop cooling. So this is an excellent way of getting heat into your room while simultaneously pressurizing your room with additional CO2. And I should probably go out and turn that down because I'm up to 21%. So let's go out here and set that for maybe 2080. Let's see how that works. So that's input 2. Set input 2. Wrong way. No, input 2. That's the wrong way. Input 1 is 80, input 2 is 20. So that should change. The CO2 should be going down, oxygen and nitrogen should be going up, and it is. Perfect. That'll keep me from overloading CO2 in here too much. I don't want to take my helmet off and find out, I can't breathe. Let's see if I'm already there. Nope. Okay, so it's up to 80 kPa in here. 21% CO2. I'm up to 7%. You can see nitrogen is now going up pretty quick. 71% oxygen, so everything's good. And I'm using more power because I am running an AC while this is letting in pretty darn hot air. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. Now, eventually, once I turn on the return air, this will stabilize because as long as I don't put more hot air into the furnace tank, and I could probably go out and turn these off as a matter of fact. Everybody put your suit back on. Save the good air. Is there anything left in this tank to filter? not much. My health is going down. Now this is all insulated, so the temperature shouldn't change. So technically, I can shut these down now because it's not doing too much at the moment anyway. So that part is done. You know, then I have whatever's in here. 500 kPa, a mix of mostly nitrogen, which is okay, and 3.5 kilomoles of CO2. So I got enough CO2 to supply an army.
Hunger caution.
Everything is going off at once here. So I think that's where I'm going to end this. You see what I did? Set the air up. I love trying different ways of doing this, and I like this method because again, it's not going to overpressurize. I'm still at 21% because I set it for 20% mixture. So the CO2 in here should not get any higher because I have it set for 20% on a mixer and it's 21% in here. So if anything, that should slowly go down, the percent mixture anyway. The moles will continue to go up, but the percent mixture will go down. And the AC is going to keep cooling it. Let me drink real quick here. Now I get rid of that annoying sound. Is my potato still here? There it is. I kind of trapped it in the corner there. That'll at least get rid of the alarm. And then once the next step in this would be to hook up a back pressure regulator to that. Which I think I put that on the wrong way. Is that a wrench? Boy, that's scary. Yikes. That's in that. Oh, okay. So we want to put this, I don't know if I did or not, put that way. And then we would need an insulated pipe, which I think I ran out of, so that's okay. Those efficiencies are pretty darn good. I mean, it could be a little better, but that's pretty darn good. I'm not concerned at all about that. That'll cool things off pretty fast. And since I used oxygen, it would have to get pretty cold in there to crack any pipes. Driving. So looks like the 80% or whatever I had it set for is pretty good. I gotta fix this so I can pressurize my air tank again. But there you go. Again, maybe Old Salt Gamer, that was a pretty quick and dirty, let's pressurize our base with CO2. Nitrogen is the two important ones. The oxygen is good, but the CO2 and nitrogen are the important ones. I can release 500 C air in here with this system, and the AC immediately cools it off. And once this reaches 100 kPa, the regulator will no longer let air pass through. So it's not going to overpressurize, it's not going to get too hot, because even once this is done, if it gets too hot, that's going to turn on and cool it back down. So there you go. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.